Hey guys, Drolic here, back with another video, and in today's video, I wanted to go over this developer radio, of which is massive, huge, I would even say. But let's get right into it. Okay, starting off, I did not expect this, but they do talk about the official buffs, so this is not a dream being discussed, this is real. They give a sneak peek towards Silverwolf's buff, and they say that you can basically just switch back between, like, pre-buffed state and post-buffed state if you want to, if you actively want to make your units worse, which, at this point, just make it so you can turn off Eidolons, please, I'm begging you. It's mainly something for content creators, but I would love to do it. You know, it'd be really cool. But yeah, they show that skill and ultimate have been updated, so she's now AoE on ultimate, and she does add the weakness type of the first ally in your lineup. So, with this information alone, she's gonna be massive for Acheron, dude. She's gonna be huge for Acheron, right? They just show a little bit of the UI right here. We can't see this in-game yet. I'm wondering if this is just how it's gonna look when you buff a character. Pretty hyped for this. Yeah, more details in the version livestream. I don't remember the exact date. I think it's like a week from now. On to the next one. This is the huge part of this whole post. Starting in version 3.4, two new features will be added: skip dialogue and story summary. Version 3.6 will add the story recap feature. So basically, first one's going to happen immediately in the Fate patch, second one's going to take a few versions, which to me, it makes sense. They're going to have to summarize like 4 days worth of story, and yeah, that needs a bit of time. I can't really blame them for that. No complaints. I'm just glad they're not being like Genshin and saying, would you guys like if we remove the weekly mats being 1 per week, and if we untime gated your skill leveling resources? Would you guys like if we did that? And then they just don't fucking do anything about it. Like, I'm glad it's not that bullshit, right? Okay, but continuing. No matter how you like to enjoy the story or where you are in your journey, we hope these tools will help you experience at your own pace. Honky Starbucks. I've always been of the opinion that I understand why Star Rail wants us to not have a skip button, but they should give us one anyways, right? Like, players should always enjoy games in their own way at their own pace, because otherwise, what the hell is the point of a game, right? And I think that adding a skip button is the best way to do that, because some people just genuinely could give less of a fuck about the story, and those people should have the option of a skip button. Now, on the other hand, if you're one of the people that uses a skip button, I think you pretty much lose the right to say anything about the story, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Just be like, okay, I played this game for the gameplay and not the story. Nothing wrong with that. I personally will be using this on my alt accounts. Very huge, makes it a lot more manageable. And they go into full details here. We'll introduce both, version 3.4 will introduce both dialogue skip and story summary features. They show it's just the normal skip button that happens. Like, I always knew that they'd just use this icon whenever I saw that my game would crash. I would have to go through a dialogue again. They just show the skip button. I knew that that's how they'd just reuse this button. That's what made me always so confused why there wasn't a skip button, dude. Because they already had one coded in. When skipping, you'll see key events and major characters that appeared in the skip segment. We'll zoom into this a bit. This is what the UI is going to look like. Screwlim is ready for picture day in that image. So this is just showing an Amphorius dialogue. I wonder if this feature, the summarized story feature, it's probably going to be ready off the bat for like version 3.5 and 3.4 story, right? They don't really say it, but it would make sense to me since they know this is going to be a feature moving forward. Will apply... Okay, dialogue skip feature will apply to dialogues in Trailblaze missions, Trailblaze continuances, companion missions, and adventure missions. It does not apply to cutscenes or exploration gameplay. With this information, I see literally 0 things to Doompost about with this whole thing. They're going to add summaries of the story if you didn't want to read it, so you don't completely miss out on it. And they're going to make it so you can skip literally everything except for playing the game. I think there's nothing wrong with that. In the cutscenes, every other game does this, like Wuthering Waves, Zenless Zone Zero, the games with the skip button. I think this is the best way to handle it. That way you don't just completely miss the cool things that the game has to show. In version 3.4, story summary will be available for the worlds of Amphorius, Yarilo, and Herta Space Station. Wait, oh. Oh, I didn't actually see this the first time I reviewed this on stream. So, off the bat, we're just gonna have okay, that answers my question from earlier. Sick. Yarilo, Amphorius, and Herta Space Station are just getting summarized off the bat. That means that they recognize these as the most important things. No, I'm joking. It's just because that's the order that new players will play this in. So they're getting it ready for new players to just be able to skip that shit, huh? I will say that Yarilo and Herta Space Station are probably the planets that need the skip button the least. The summary button the least, though. But, whatever. The 4 of the old character buffs. Fucking story skip, dude. Fucking, dude. There's so much shit happening. The Fate collab, too. Like, I cannot wait, man. Well, alright. That goes over the entire Dev Radio. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want more videos like this. Hopefully they give more info to cover on, but I'm assuming they'll wait until the version livestream. But yeah, see you guys. See you in the next one. Peace.